for some more Dax. Tom Stevens, your resident psychotherapist. Here we are from Reaction Therapy to listen to Catch the Rain, a new music video, new song out from Dax. Always love what he says. He's a friend of the channel. We have interviewed him. Go check out that podcast we did with Dax from a long time ago with Dear Alcohol. And I would love to talk to him again because he has been blowing up all over the place. Without further ado, it's time, Dax and Catch the Rain.
Every day I pray that all this pain will go away. I hold my faith and trust that God's gonna lead the way. I know I'll make it through the storm and through the rain. And I won't break until I see a bright day.
Oh,
Pain never goes away.
PTSD. Like he just was looking over and saw the accident and the trauma that comes from that. You know, I talk about that a lot with, I don't know what catch the rain means though, but the trauma that comes from an intense experience that re-triggers itself over and over again. Even if you have faith, even if you have trust in God, there are still the triggers that happen. There's a lot of storm. There's a lot of raining. I won't break until I see a brighter day. That's the perseverance to just weather the storm. I'm trying to figure out what all that is.
Till I see a bright day.
Wow.
The pain never goes away.
Woo.
I suppress these feelings in my chest, then they move up to my neck
Yep.
and decapitate. I'm obsessed with time. I know I can't get it back, so when I catch my hand, it's only half the weight. I smile.
So somebody he was with in a car accident and lost her in the church. Here he is praying. Questioning too, probably. You know, it gets all, it triggers in your body, especially with trauma, triggers in your body and has specific places that it goes to. And he's like, it goes all the way up to my neck and decapitates. It just cuts me off at the neck. Feeling lost. I mean, probably feeling guilt, probably feeling pain. Oh, it's only half the weight. God, when I catch my head because it's decapitated, it's only half the weight.
Time. I know I can't get it back, so when I catch my hand, it's only half the weight. I smile on Saturdays, the weekends when I strengthen and deactivate. And then Monday comes around and I relive the same. This cycle is a storm.
Yep.
I chase, but I can't seem to catch the rain. It's war when I'm in the booth. Just me inside a room, man. This liquor always tells the truth. Got my phone inside my hand, but I turn off my notifications because the sight of one could fuck around.
What did that say? Wait a minute.
Truth. Got my phone inside my hand, but I turn off.
A picture of her on his phone. You know, that liquor tells the truth. You know, that truth serum, you know, that you start getting that in your body and it wakes you up to the truth, which can be so painful. Oh, man.
My notifications because the sight of one could fuck around and change my
Yep.
mood. I hit record. My life's melodic pain they've never heard before. They get addicted to that sound and then I make them more. And now I understand why they say when it rains it pours.
Yep.
Don't want to live my life inside this cage. I'm stuck in retrograde. As history repeats itself, I seclude myself and ask for space. I think I'm planted in the storm, but I can't catch the rain. Cover up on.
Sure what that was popping up on the screen. Let me go back.
I live my life inside this cage. I'm stuck in retrograde. As history repeats itself, I seclude myself and ask for space. I think I'm planted in the storm, but I can't catch the rain. Cover up on master pain. I think I got it. The pain never goes away. I suppress these feelings in my chest, then they move up to my neck and decapitate. I'm obsessed with time. I know I can't get it back, so when I catch my hand, it's only half the weight. I smile on Saturdays, the weekends when I strengthen and deactivate. And then Monday comes around and I relive the same. This cycle is a storm.
Repeated cycle over and over again. In other words, no matter how hard I try to run, no matter how much I try to get to the weekend, it all repeats on Monday. You know, that Groundhog's Day of I can't get out of this. This is why I say therapy matters, though. And I think Dax would say the same thing. That therapy matters because if you just sit in this and you keep this cycle going, you're going to drive yourself crazy and you're going to have to cope somehow, which typically is unhealthy. And it keeps you from having better relationships and moving forward. It keeps you from feeling like life's worth living. It keeps you from progressing in life. So therapy allows you to look back and say, what is the trauma that you're stuck in? And your brain actually does, believe it or not, it gets stuck in a trauma. And so it repeats itself because all the brain can remember is what happened that was so devastating. And it repeats it almost as an alert system to make you prepared for it to happen again, which is a really bad thing because it allows us, it seems like it's a protector, but it gets us stuck like a broken record. And so therapy, at least the right kind, EMDR or some trauma-based therapy, will allow your brain to have a new thought that's in a positive direction where that old trauma is not so intense. Okay. It's almost like an athlete who misses a last second shot. And all they think about is the fact that they're going to miss the last second shot. So they never actually win a game or make the last second shot. That if they weren't thinking about that anymore, they would be fine. We're trying to get this trauma out of the way.
Deactivate, and then Monday comes around and I relive the same. This cycle is a storm I chase, but I can't seem to catch the rain, cause I'm having trouble getting used to me, cause I remember how it used to be. I meet new people every day and you see usually I don't know if they like me or they motherfucking using me, and that's why I'm just closed off and antisocial. In and out of conversations I'm compensating. My music's my excuse to say I'm vocal. My greatest hits are my worst times compiled. I bottled up and shared to the world, and that's what made them global. And that's the fucked up part, popping prescriptions while giving vivid descriptions to people who clap and listen while you stuck inside a prison, slave to the algorithm.
Their pain, the artist's pain and misery in life, their true story of what they've been through is other people's celebration. Like, these people are cheering for me about my horrific life story. Part of that sounds messed up, right? We're going and hearing these concerts from people. It's beautiful music that's created. Number one, because we can relate. We're cheering them on, but it actually is reality for them. It's what they've been through. I love the part where he says, my greatest hits are my worst times compiled. My greatest hits, the things that I'm known most for, are my worst times. Dax.
Vivid descriptions to people who clap and listen while you stuck inside a prison. Slave to the algorithm, cope with the mechanisms like liquor and chasing women, but that's what they want.
I wonder if he's in an accident where somebody else hit them. Wasn't even his fault at all. And he's having to live with this, the anger, the rage, the upset. Or if he was in an accident where this, I don't know. Oh, man, leaves a lot of questions.
Slave to the algorithm, cope with the mechanisms like liquor and chasing women, but that's what they want. Then you wake up and it's all over. Life is nothing but a vapor. Once you blink, you're older. Your heart gets colder. They meddle in your mind, the system you gave your whole lifetime implodes and starts to corrode you. You looking over your shoulder thinking how you supposed to get through this life while being sober. You lose composure, get to drinking for the closure, then you right back in the cycle.
Yeah, or if there was drinking and driving involved, which he's done with Dear Alcohol, and just how devastating the consequences are when that happens. And who is that lady sitting back in the church? He just spits facts. He's just saying, look, like Jill says to me, you know, life's a series of choices over time, and we have to look at how we're living consciously, the decisions we're making day by day. This isn't a game. It's not fantasy. It's not pretend. This is for keeps.
Being sober, you lose composure. Get to drinking for the closure, then you right back in the cycle where those motherfuckers want you safe. The pain never goes away.
She's looking at him.
Rest these feelings in my chest, then they move up to my neck and decapitate. I'm obsessed with time. I know I can't get it back, so when I catch my head, it's only half the weight. I smile on Saturdays. The weekends when I strengthen and deactivate. And then Monday comes around and I relive the same. This cycle is a storm I chase, but I can't seem to catch the rain. Dear God, please burn every bridge that makes my life back to pain. Amen.
Please burn every bridge that brings my life back to pain. If I go back to the pain, that's the trauma. If I go backwards to that, please burn all those bridges so I can't go back. God, please.
Trust that God won't lead the way.
Amen.
I know I'll make it through the storm and through the rain. And I won't break until I see a brighter day.
Dax, catch the rain. He just doesn't pull any punches. He just says exactly the truth of what happens to so many people in life. That's why I say therapy matters, because you have to know that eventually trauma happens, tragedy happens, These unhealthy coping skills happen to a lot of people. Relationship issues happen. And we have to be able to recognize, man, we just can't catch the rain. Just can't catch a break. We can't get things to just disappear. They keep coming back till we deal with them. We need to deal with them. But remember, it's not real therapy. Just Tom breaking down lyrics. If you want help, check the links in the description. Leave us your comments. Dax, thank you so much for bringing mental health awareness to the world and everything you do. We love you. We love what you do in the world and for the world. And can't wait to meet you in person one day. Remember, mental health matters and so does yours. See you on the next Reaction Therapy.